Hi, I'm Jeanette White for Piper's Quilts and Comforts in Salt Lake City, Utah. Today we're going to be doing a tutorial on making these darling Bombardier hats. They come in an adult's version and a child's version. They're really fast to make because they're made on a bulky yarn and they're a lot of fun. We're going to start out today by doing the ear flap increase. Normally when you do these ear flaps on hats, and lots of hats have ear flaps like this, but the problem is that you do the increase at the end of every row or every other row in order to get this triangular shaping for this ear flap. The challenge with that is that it leaves a really jagged edge, and then you're left with the problem after you've got the hat all done of going back with a crochet hook and doing an edge to clean this up. With the method I'm going to be showing you today, you don't have to do that. So the increases are going to be done on every other row, and they're going to be done on the center stitch or between the two equals of the centers. Let me show you what I mean by that. We're going to start out by casting on 3 stitches, and then you just knit 1 row. Then you flip it over to the other side and you're going to do your increase. Every other time you do the increase, you're going to have an even number of stitches and then an odd number of stitches. So we're going to alternate the type of increase that we do in order to suit that. I've put a pin here on this side. You can see there is not one on this side. And what this pin is telling me is that when I'm holding the yarn in my left hand, if you're right-handed, and the opposite would be true if you're left-handed, and the pin is facing you, that indicates that that's your increase side. So on this side we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 stitches. That's an even number. So I'm going to knit 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's half my stitches. And then I'm going to do an M1 increase. The M1 stands for make one. I'm going to pick up this center bridge right here and pop it on to my left hand needle. And then I'm going to knit into the back of that stitch so that it twists it. You can see the twist is right here. If you don't have that twist, you're going to end up with a real big hole where you made that increase. If you twist it, you won't even see where the increase was made. Then I'll knit my next 5 stitches. Then I'm going to turn this over to do my next row, and you can see the pin is not facing me. So I know that's just an even number, and I'm just going to knit that whole row without any increase whatsoever. And when I turn this over to the other side, I am now going to have an odd number of stitches. So my increase is going to fall on a stitch, as opposed to the last row I did where the increase was in between. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 stitches. I'm going to knit 5. And then I'm going to knit into the front and the back of this next stitch, which is my center stitch. So I'm going to knit the front, then I'm going to knit into the back loop and drop the old stitch off, and now I've done my increase. So every other row you will be doing an M1. That's on the rows that you have an even number of stitches, and then every other row you're going to be doing a knit into the front and back, and that's on the rows that you have an uneven number of stitches. That's not so hard.